So, hi team, are you able to see my screen?
Yeah, it's visible.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So today topic is non-profit success pack. So non-profit success pack is nothing but, so it is a app exchange product which is provided by salesforce.org. So this is the inbuilt managed package with the combinations of custom object and some inbuilt batch jobs. So what is the today in today's agenda, what we are going to see about that particular package is what is NPSP and NPSP data model, how the data model is using efficiently in NPSP package, and we have some configuration in NPSP and data import management in NPSP and demo. Okay, let's go for what is NPSP. So NPSP is the Salesforce managed package, which is used to manage the non-profit business forms. Non-profit business, for example, for educational institutions and donation management and fundraising for that purpose all, they will use this non-profit success pack. So it is mainly used to handle both the business and the person account efficiently. So in Salesforce itself, by default, we have the we have the business account. To enable the person account, what we need to do is in Salesforce, we need to raise a case for that and we need to enable that. So once the person account is enabled in our org, we can't able to disable it. Okay, so consider we are starting small business for our purposes. So in that we may have the business account as well as the person account. So in that case, we need to manage our business account and the person account in a different layout or different manner. In the sense, we can enable that. So after a few years, we are not going to manage our person account. In the sense, we are only wish to handle our business account in the if the scenario changes like that. In the sense, we can't able to disable that person account back. Okay, so for that scenario, what we are going to do is we are going for the NPSP package. There they will provide the default settings for the business and the person account. So as I said, it is provided by the salesforce.org. And what is the main thing in NPSP is here the main concept is data import management. There we are going to load our historical data as well as the data which is used in the runtime, and there they will provide the default template for us, and by using the template we can load the data as efficiently. And where we are going to get this package NPSP is through the App Exchange. The App Exchange is nothing but a Salesforce Play Store. There we can see the lots of packages like this. We are having the two types of packages, managed and unmanaged. By taking this NPSP, this is the managed package. We can't do any configuration in this package. If the managed is unmanaged, we can change the things whatever we want as our wish. Then NPSP data model. The NPSP data model, yeah. Yes, please. Okay. So the NPSP data model uses the standard Salesforce object and their own custom object to manage the data based on the business needs. So I hope everyone know about the Salesforce standard object. The Salesforce standard objects are nothing but campaign, lead, account, contact, and opportunity. And the main focus for the Salesforce standard object is this and all. So we have lots of custom object, standard custom Salesforce object in our Salesforce org. So now we are going to mainly focus on campaign, lead, account, contact, and opportunity. So NPSP default packages having the custom object are address, affiliations, deliverable, engagement management, and the GAU donation, etc. So they are for the different address management. For example, whenever I am creating one new contact for me, and also I can create a new contact for my neighbors and my siblings. If the address are same as myself, what they will do is they are creating one lookup. They are mapping. They will create only one address information in the particular address object, and they will link with that address. They based if the same address exists for the many person, one they will be comes under the same address. So it will be easy for the business needs to see whatever the contact comes under the same location. And in NPSP, we have the two configurations. So this is the managed package, right? So they will come some set of the configuration we need to do prior to that, prior of the installation of the package. So we need to create the domain creation first. In Salesforce, I will tell that what is domain. So everyone know that, right? Whenever we are hosting any website, we will create a domain for us. So like that, in Salesforce itself, we can create the domain for our individual developer org, so that based on that, the domain is mandatory for installing this package. And other things called page layout assignment for the record types, and the quick action and the overridden of the custom button using the Visualforce pages are comes under different post manual configuration under the record configurations. So, and we are having some recommended configuration also. I am sharing this link here. So through this, the recommended configuration include, we can create the new app for us, and a list view. List view is nothing but what are the contacts created today, and how many contacts are created in this month, and what are the accounts are comes under the rating, hot, warm, cold, like that. So based on the pick list value changes also, we can easily do it in the recommended configuration. So as of now, anybody has any question? Okay, I'm going to the next slide. Okay, and next one is the data import management in NPSP. So before that, I will show the shared information in the Salesforce org. So this is the developer edition I'm going to use for this demo. So here you can see the installed NPSP package here. So this is called the app launcher. So by clicking this and here view all, here you can see what are all the apps available for us. So this is the nonprofit success back, which is already installed in this developer org. So if we navigate through this app, we can see what are the tabs available here. And by clicking the app launcher again, and we can see what are the things newly created tabs for the NPSP package. So here you can see the get started with NPSP, get started with the NPSP admin. Here we are having the data import batch. This is the NPSP data import object and the NPSP settings. So by navigating through this tab, you can see, you can go through the NPSP package and what is this package is, what are the objects involved in this. So all the things you can see here. So here we are going to import the data in the account, contact and opportunities, and also in campaign. And so this is by for the data import, we are having the separate template for this. I will show that. So in NPSP data import, custom object, we are having the common template to load the data into this object to feed the data into different Salesforce object in a single time. So what we are going to do is, we will have the historical data in a Excel or the CSV format. So in that case, so consider at the prior time or the previous years, all the information are handled in the paper. So now the paper format are transferred into the digital form, right? So in that case, they may have all the historical data, contacts over there, and millions of record are there. So they want to migrate all those record into this Salesforce org. So they are also the old contact and the record, old accounts, they are the old contacts, and opportunities they may be, they may have, right? So all the information they need to see it in the one place. Not only for the future record they are going to handle in the digital form, they are going to handle all those information from the business they have started. So we can load all the data in one place. So for this, in the Salesforce, we are having the tools to import the data. That is nothing but the data import Visal tool, and another one is the data loader. So we, as of now, we are going to use the data import Visal tool to load the data into NPSP data import object. So once we loaded, we are having the start button here. By clicking that start button, we can trigger that NPSP data import batch process, and by loading the data into a different object at a single time. So here, this is the NPSP data import object. By navigating through this tab, we can see the data here. So these are all the list views available here to see what are how many data is loaded here and how many failed data import, successful data import. So in this data import object, we are having the fields like contact one information, contact one last name, account one name, account one name, account two name, like that. So by using that, what we can do is we will load the data first here, and for this, as I said, we have the common template for that. So this is the template we are going to use. So this is the template which is provided by the NPSP. And through this template, what we can do is we need to construct the header like this. So contact one salutation, contact one first name, last name, birth date. What are the information we need to feed into the accounts and contact. So before that, I will show what are the information in the present in the account, contact, and opportunities. So in the account, we will store the business information like fax number and address, mailing address, and the billing address and all. So in the contact, we will have the person who is under that going to handle that business. Okay. So by using this object, we are storing the different information in the different object. But now what we are going to do is, instead of creating the record in different object individually, like account and contact and opportunities, we are going to load the data into the single object by using NPSP, and by clicking the point and click, just clicking the button, we are going to load the data into different object at a single time. So that is the special functionality here. So if you see here, we are having the account name, account number, type, industry, and all those information will be available here. So the rating of the, what is the rating of this particular account, whether hot, warm or cold. And here we are having the address information, billing address, as well as the shipping address, and all the information available here. So if you go through the contact, here we will have the person details, salutation, first name, last name, and title and all. So in this NPSP object, we are going to load the data. So if you click on the new here, the field of this object are account, contact one salutation, contact one first name, last name, birth date, and the title. So we are going to have this label as a header in the Excel sheet, and we are going to load the data. First, we need to prepare the Excel sheet like this. So like here, and based on this, we need to load the data, feed the historical data. And if you see here, we can view the contact one and the contact to also. So in the one shot, we can create more than one record in the same object as well as in the different objects. So here we are having the contact to information, account to information, campaign, opportunity information. Okay. So by this, we need to prepare the Excel sheet first, and after that, we are ready with loading the data. So any questions from anyone? Okay.
No.
So
This
yes.
Excel sheet is provided by this NPSP package, or we have to create on our own?
Yeah, the default template we are having in the website itself. So we are also can prepare that by using the same label name in the NPSP object. Okay.
Maheshwari, I just see contacts here. You have accounts also in the same Excel sheet? Accounts, opportunities?
Sorry, could you please come ahead?
Does this Excel sheet only have the contact object details, or does it have the other objects also?
Yeah, other object also. So here we are having the contact details. So if you see here, we are having the account details here.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you. And while we can navigating to the setup, and we are going to load the data by using the data import wizard tool. This is the inbuilt tool provided by Salesforce. So if you search in the quick find box, here you can find the data import wizard. If you go here,
This is the usual data import wizard, right? The normal Salesforce one, right?
yeah, normal Salesforce one.
Great, thanks.
If you want, we can also use the data loader. So by clicking this launch wizard, so here, if you navigate here, it will show the standard object as well as the custom object. So we are going to load the data in the NPSP data import, which is the custom object. So here you can see the NPSP data import. And here we need to add the new records here. And here we no need to give any options. So here the format to load the data file is CSV. So I'm going to load the data and clicking next. So here the fields of the Excel as well as in the CSV header as well as the Salesforce object field, NPSP data import object field will be automatically get mapped. So if you want to, if you are having the different header name in the Excel in the sense, that is not a problem. So by clicking the whenever you are clicking the change button here, you can map any field to any object here. So okay. And by clicking the map, the fields will be automatically get mapping. And here the salutation, first name and the last name are get mapped. And contact to information and the account name, street, city, and billing information, phone, and all the information will be automatically get mapped here. And here the donation is nothing but opportunities. And if they provided any donation, it will be comes under the GAU allocation. And the opportunity roles also we can map. So all the whatever the standard object we are going to use for our business, we can load it here. So another thing is, so consider I want to use more than one custom field in the account contact. So consider I am having the new contact field called so contact other information, contact description, like that in the sense, I want to map that also in the NPSP import in the sense that is possible. What we need to do is we just go to create the new field in the NPSP data import object. And in that case, the new field will be created, will be available in this data import wizard. So like that we can map and we can load the data easily. So all the fields are get mapped, and by clicking the next button, we are ready to load the data. Okay. By clicking the OK, it will navigating to the detailed page of the bulk load data jobs process. So here you can see how many record get processed in this batch, and how many records get processed successfully, and how many got failed. So the failure is nothing but we may have the record fields in that NPSP data import object. So if we didn't, if the some particular row data doesn't have any information for the record field, in the sense it will fail. It will got failed. Okay. So now I am just navigating to this NPSP data import, and by clicking the all, we are having the data imported successfully. So if I, so we are, as of now we have the 1500 record. So if I click here, in the details you can see the data import ID. This is the auto number which is created. We have it in the NPSP data import object. This is the field. And here we are having the status, what imported data and the failed information, while this record got failed in the batch. So as of now, we have mapped the field, right? First name, the last name, work email, and what is the preferred email for them for this particular contact, and the account information. So all the details we have successfully loaded here. Okay. In this, as of now, we just loaded the data into NPSP data input. So in the we didn't load the data in the contact and account and opportunities. So this is the default account. As of now, I am having only 16 account record. Okay. So now we are going to click the start data import button here. So whenever we are clicking the start data import button, it will take all the records which is available in the NPSP data import object, and it is ready to begin to load the data into the different object, as I said. So in the configuration option, if you see here, we will having the batch process size. Whenever I am clicking the begin data import process button, how many data it have to take in the first batch. So it will take 50 records as a single batch, and it will process these 1523 data. So here in the contact and account matching. So in Salesforce by default, we are having the duplicate rule and the matching rule. What is the duplicate rule is, so consider my name is Mageshwari Ranganathan. So the same name may be having for the another person, but the email ID may be differ from myself and others. Okay. So for that, instead of avoiding, instead of creating the duplicate record inside the Salesforce again and again for the same person, here they will having the contact and the account matching rule. So if we click on the edit, here you can see the lots of option how we need to avoid the duplicates. So by considering the first name, last name, and the email, or the last name and the email, or first name email. So in US, many of us have the last name as a different one. So for like that, we need to consider based on our business. We need to set how we are going to avoid the duplicates based on which condition. Okay, so NPSP also providing that same as the duplicate and matching rule of the inbuilt Salesforce. Here also they are having the option to how to avoid the duplicates. As of now, I am going to set first name, last name, and the email. So now I am going to click on the begin data import process. So this is the button for the begin dry run. Begin dry run is nothing but before importing data into account contact and opportunities. This is the a prior check how the data is going to be loaded. So by clicking the begin dry run, what it will do is whatever the data it will be success in this batch. So this is it won't create the data in the account and contact and opportunities. It will check whether it will just validate how the data is going to be created in account contact and opportunities. It will give the prior result before loading the data. So now I am going to click the begin data import process. So here itself we can see what are the how many records get processed and how many record is imported successfully and failed. So we have received the failures for the 3 records, right? So here in the birth date, our value should be the date, right? So here we are having some other data like hometown, COMP like that. So that's why the record get failed initially. So here also the record is get failing. Let's see what is the errors. So in the failed data imports, we can see what are the records get failed. So here it is telling like invalid donation record type name. Okay. So the donation is nothing but an opportunity. In opportunity, we are having the NPSP will create some default record types for that. So in the Excel sheet, the name will be vary. Give me a minute, I will change that and reload it. So here we are having only one record type called NPSP default. So in the record and the recommended configuration, we need to create some set of record types here. So as of now in my org that is not available. So we need to delete this record type column here. So if it is there, we can give the appropriate name and we can load the data. So this is the developer console. So here we can execute any type of code here. This is called anonymous window. So what I am doing is I'm just deleting the imported data in that object. So we can reload it without the record type information here. So again, we need to load the data by using the data import wizard. Okay, now I am clicking the start data input button. So now the record got imported successfully. So the record types is nothing but by default, what NPSP will do is in the account for managing the business account and the person account, it will create the two record types by default. So it will create the organization and the household record type in the account object. So if you see here in the account object, it is by default it will create the record types. Whenever we have installed this package, it will create the household account. The household account record type is for only managing the individuals, and the organization is for the business. So in the Excel we have the contact and the account information, right? So whenever we are importing the contact, what it will do is it will create the new it will create by automatically it will create the new household account for this individual contact, and the account we are having in the sheet here, right? So it will be comes under the organization account. By default, whenever we are creating the new contact in NPSP, what it will do is it will create the new household account there. So as of now, only 150 records are success. So in the successfully they imported, here we can see the status is imported. These contact and accounts are successfully imported in the data import wizard. In the failed information, we can see what is the information we missed in the Excel sheet. So as I am using the developer edition of the Salesforce, my storage limit is exceeded here. So as of now, we can only see 150 data, because in this developer edition, I am having the lot of records in different object. So if you look on this detailed page of the data import wizard, here the status is imported, and here a contact one imported. Here if we click on this link, it will be navigating to the contact object, and here the account will be successfully imported, and here the donation information also imported. So in the contact, as I said, by default it will create the new household for that particular contact. So what it will do is it will take the last name of the contact. So as you see in the Excel sheet, here the name is Tim Rockford, and here by taking the last name of the contact, it will create the household name. So if you want to change the default behavior which is provided by the NPSP, in the sense we are here we are having the NPSP tab setting. By navigating through this, here we are having the account model, and we can also change the account model. What are the default account model we need to configure for our business? And in the household settings, we are having the household name format and how the name will be. Here, as of now, by default here it will take the last name plus household. If you want to change the first name plus household and first name and last name and the household, we can configure here. By default, they will also provide some options, and if you want, we can also configure by using by clicking the other, we can also give whatever we want here. Okay. And in the list view, so if you navigating through the account, here you can see all the household accounts, and by default it will create the list view also here. So if you go for the household accounts, it will we can see what are the household got created, and we can also create the organization list view here by clicking the new list view control, and we can filter it by record type equal to organization. We can see all the organization account here. And why it is creating the default account for the contact householders. So anyway, whenever the person is reaching out us, they will be also considered as the one account in Salesforce. That is not an organization account, is organization account. It is the individual management account. That's why it will be taking us the that's why the individuals are comes under the household account. In NPSP, it will take like that. So by default, whenever we are creating the new contact, it will by default it will create the new household for this. Not only importing through the data import object, whenever the business is creating the contact us directly in Salesforce, I'm just going to create directly the new contact in Salesforce, in the sense without I am choosing the account name. By default, it will create the household name. So for example, we can take some name here. So Monica Rai. So I am going to give. So if I click on the save, okay, okay, I will delete one record. I just deleted the record because of the storage limit. So it is not allowing me to create. So if you hit on the save button, so what it will do is it will create on default Rai household, and it will be automatically linked here, and so that the information shipping and billing and whatever the information we are going to handle in the account, we can have it in the account information record. Okay. So if we have, so in the details, if you see, it is the anonymous household which is created. And if you see in the related list, the donation will be created under that contact record. So as of now, we are having the donation of dollar amount 5. And as of now, the donation, this opportunity is in the close to home stage. So we can have the different stage based on our business need, and we can create the record in the one shot. So that's it from my side. Anybody has any questions?
Tim, do you have any queries? If you have any doubts, means you can ask. So feel free to come up with your questions.
Maheshwari, one question from my side. So are you saying that in NPSP we can use person accounts and regular business accounts at the same time through the household and okay, thank you. Just wanted to confirm.
Yes. So because of the storage limit, the organization account are not created here. So here it whenever you are clicking the new button, by default, this account will be created under the organization record type. So by default, in the profile level, it will set the organization record type. If you want, we can give permission for the profile, and by clicking the new button, it will show in the drop down by choosing what type of account we are going to create now. Okay.
So default is, just to confirm again, default is household or organization? Which one is the default?
Organization. Yeah, organization. Okay. I will show it in the profile level. Once again, I will show that.
Sure, thanks.
So if you in setup, if you navigating through the profile, as of now, I am in the system administrator profile. Why we are making the organization record type as the default in the sense, whenever we are creating the contact, by default it will create the account, right? By default it will take care of the household account creation. That's why in NPSP it is setting the organization record type as the default one for all the profiles. So if you see here in the profile section under the account record types, we are having the master. The master is the default one which is provided by Salesforce. This is the household account, and this is the organization household account record type, organization account record type. So by default, it will be the organization one. Whenever we are creating the record, it will by default it will map to the organization one. Even though the master is the default, if we have the record types, the master record type we can't able to use it. So if you want to have the household as also option for creating, we can assign record types. But at times we can make default record type as any one of the record types at a single time. So if we click on the save here, I gave access to household and organization. So here, whenever we are hitting the save button under the account, it will ask which account type we are going to create a record, organization or household one. Okay.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. And also one more thing is, so whenever we are loading the historical data, if we want to specify the record ID, in the sense, we can have the new column here, and we can the record ID or record type name over in the Excel sheet, we can load it. So anybody have any questions other than this?
I think all are good, Maheshwari.
Yeah, thank you, Kumaresh. So we are having the NPSP quizzes. So Kumaresan will share the screen for that. Let me stop sharing the screen.